Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be talking about UFC 153. We got a matchup that's just been announced. It's going to be Vitor Belfort against Alan Belcher. So I'm pretty excited for this matchup. Anytime Vitor fights, I get excited because he's one of my favorite fighters of all time. Even though he hasn't, reclaimed his spot at the top of the UFC or, just in mixed martial arts in general, he's still always been one of my favorites. I mean, when Vitor knocks a guy out, or when Vitor lands on a guy, it's just a beautiful thing to watch. I mean, the speed at which he throws punches, man, is unbelievable. I can't think of any other mixed martial artist that throws punches at that kind of a speed. I mean, Junior Dos Santos has got some good hands, and they're really heavy. But Vitor just like so fast, man. I mean, I still remember the first time he came into the UFC as an alternate and fought. I forget what the guy's name was. Bigger guy, kind of looked a bit like Tank Abbott, was fighting in one of the early UFCs. Vitor came in as an alternate and came in the finals and beat this guy, even though this guy was probably like 100 pounds heavier than Vitor. Vitor, with his lightning fast speed, just landed on him a couple times, put him down, and just put the gloves to him, man. That was like, those were punches actually straight, back in the day, straight to the back of the head. Like straight to the back of the head, he was punching this guy. Like, they stopped the fight, and then after that, I think they implemented the rule, no more punches to the back of the head. You have to hit to the side, try to hit to the side of the face or go for a rear naked choke or whatever. But yeah, I mean, Vitor is just one of those old school fighters that's been around for a really long time. Alan Belcher, on the other hand, is fairly new, coming up still. He's had a good career. Let's check his stats here. So Alan Belcher is 18-6. So that's good. Recently beat Musamar Palhares. Before that, Jason McDonald beat him. Patrick Cote beat him. Wilson Govea beat him. So he's on a 4-fight winning streak. He was really good. Lost a close decision to Yoshihiro Akiyama. So that one was, I remember that fight. That was pretty close. Beat Dennis Kang. Beat Ed Herman. Lost to Jason Day from TKO from punches. I don't remember that one. But regardless, I don't see anyone here on Belcher's list of opponents that really is as good with their hands as Vitor. I mean, Vitor is probably, aside from Anderson Silva, in the middleweight division, the best boxer there is there. Like if you're just talking pure boxing, Vitor is probably the best next to Anderson. Yeah, and Anderson obviously is the best at this point, I'd say. So obviously, Belcher's styles mostly Muay Thai, kickboxing. He does, he's well-rounded, obviously, but that's his main thing. He has some jiu-jitsu. He's got a few, good submissions. I remember a slam he did. Who was the guy he slammed? I don't even remember. He almost spiked him on his head. It was like a pickup and then like a DDT. No, not a DDT. Sort of like a pile driver. He pile drived him. I remember that. That was really cool. But, in this fight, I got to go with Vitor. It could just be because I'm biased and he's one of my favorite fighters that's been around for a really long time. But if Vitor comes in and he's still got it, because let's see how old he is now, because that really will have an effect. Let's see. He is 35. So that's not too bad. He's still got some years left in him, I'd say. So I am going to pick Vitor. I don't think his skills are really going to decline that much yet. Probably not until he's getting closer to 40 will we be worried. And when he did beat Anthony Rumble Johnson, that was a great come-from-behind victory. That kind of showed that Vitor has evolved since that fight, because before, or since, the old Vitor back in the day, if fight wasn't going his way, a lot of times he would just quit. It happened a lot with Vitor. He's a very offensive fighter. He's got his blitz. He goes real fast. Crazy KO power puncher. But if things don't go his way right off the bat, a lot of times, he has a tendency to break. Now, Rumble in that fight sort of showed the evolution of Vitor because he was whooping on Vitor, man. Like, I remember a couple of those jumping, diving, hooks, punches, and everything he was throwing at him, everything but the kitchen sink, and Vitor never quit. It could have been because he was in Brazil, too. That might have had some of an effect, but you know, that's really definitely probably the biggest improvement in Vitor's game. I don't think you can take anything away from Vitor for the kick against Anderson Silva. You got to keep in mind, Anderson Silva is crazy. When he hits anybody, he makes them look bad. Look what he did to Chael Sonnen. Everybody's saying Chael Sonnen's got bad stand-up, he's one-dimensional, yada, yada, yada. Anderson does that to everybody. When Anderson beats somebody, Forrest Griffin, he makes them look bad, like really, really bad. You know, when he knocked out Forrest and Forrest goes running out of the cage with a broken jaw and all that stuff, crying and all that. I mean, he just makes guys look bad. He beats them so badly and so effortlessly almost, it seems, that he just makes them look bad. So I don't think that takes anything away. I'd still think that Vitor is one of the top 3 middleweights right now. I really do. I'd put probably, my listing would go Anderson, of course, and then Vitor and Chael would be like right there. It could go either way for those two. I'd like to see Chael fight Vitor. That would be an awesome fight. And who would I pick for that? Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe Chael. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I want Vitor to win, but I think I'd probably pick Chael for that. And then probably fourth would be Bisping, just because of his cardio and the fact that he puts a pretty good pace on guys, and a lot of times they can't keep up. And then, of course, there's lots of others to factor in after that. But Belcher, I put as like maybe, you know, somewhere from 5 to 10, maybe like 7, 8. I have to look at it more closely, but somewhere around there. Regardless, Vitor's the man. I'm definitely picking Vitor for this fight. Let me know what you guys think about it. I think it's a good matchup, but still want to see Vitor against Chael. It's got to happen, man. Hopefully the end of this year, next year. Actually, it won't be the end of this year because this is in October. But maybe early 2013, Vitor Belfort against Chael Sonnen. Make it happen. That'd be awesome. Later, guys. Peace.